Good morning. Hi everyone, good morning. I hope y'all are doing great today. Oh, wind is making my eyes tear up. So we're out in a little light drizzle right now to take a quick walk. Lefty's peppering the light post over here. So just a quick video today to let you all know what we've been doing, which is basically not a lot. We've had 2 breaks in the weather. 4 days ago, I was out in shorts riding my bicycle, believe it or not. We hit, I don't know, low 70s. And then yesterday it was snowing, just, light snow. And today, it's 30 something degrees right now. So it's, continuing to just, a lot of precipitation. I mean, it's what, April showers bring May flowers, right? That's the old one. So it's definitely, the start of April is wet. March was brutal. We did have, a couple of weeks ago, we had like a 2-day break, and I was able to get out and do a project on the rig. Watch the next video. It's all about what I was able to do. Super. I am so, I'm really happy about the upgrade, modification, whatever we want to call it. So watch that coming up here in 3 or 4 days. So the last break in the weather, I went out in the garage. Like I said, I got the bicycle out. Let me back up. When we got here and it was like frigid temperatures, I had to unload. I gotta pause the video. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. So when we first got here and I unloaded the motorcycle and the bicycle from the back of the rig, they were, I basically got them off. It was, 10 degrees out. I got them unloaded, got them into the garage. I didn't want them in the way of Mom's car, obviously, so that she could always park in the garage. So I kind of wedged them over to the side of the garage, safe and secure, and kind of just, left them there till we had good weather. When we had some good weather, and I was able to get out and get the bicycle out, I looked at the motorcycle, and I was really horrified at what I saw. And I blame myself for this. I had trouble with the rig getting a little bit of rust on it from the salt that we drove through, the salted roads. Well, the motorcycle and the bicycle, they both had covers on them. The bicycle was totally covered, 100%. And the motorcycle was 90% covered. The cover doesn't go all the way down the whole front tire. So a portion of the front wheel was exposed. It's always been that way. That's just the way the cover fits because of the handlebars, and they're kind of cocked. The way the bike carrier works, you cock the handlebars to one side and fasten them down so the handlebars aren't like swinging back and forth. So I've never had an issue with that before, but when you've got the exposed wheel and you've got salt spray coming up off the road, it was hitting that wheel, and I didn't really think about it because I've never had to deal with that before. Geez, Lefty. Come up here, buddy. He's all wrapped around the tree. Come on. Come on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I have to raise my voice. Sorry, buddy. Okay. He listens. So the front wheel, it's got chrome spokes, standard motorcycle spokes, and they had corrosion on them from that salt spray, as did basically, like the front brake rotor. Everything had signs of corrosion, which I've never had before. You know, that bike has been, oh, I've had that one since 24. I've washed it, you know, it's been wet multiple times. The things don't rust, you know, under normal operating conditions. You wash it, it gets wet, it dries, things don't rust. But you throw salt into that mix, as I'm finding out, and that changes everything. So I panicked, like, I'm like, oh cripes, I gotta get this cleaned off. So that day that I was looking at this, the sun was out, it was the morning. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go over, get some 4/0 steel wool that some of you recommended in the comments when I talked about the chrome bumper on the rig having the rust. So I went and got some 4/0 steel wool and came back to see if that was going to fix these spokes. But I had to wash the bike, right? So it was a nice morning, sun's out, like I said, went to the store, got the steel wool, went and got some WD-40, because I had some, but I know the can was on its last little squirt, so I went and got some WD-40, and then got out the bike when we got back to the house to wash it. And in the hour that we were running around and I get back to wash the bike, the sun disappeared, the temperature plummeted. So I'm washing the bike. I got a bucket full of warm water, soapy, you know, car wash soap, warm from inside the house. I spray the bike, I wet it all, soap it all up, get everything, and everything, I'm spraying it off and everything is freezing. You know, I'm like, what is this? Because I spray off the fender and then there's like these white clumps all over it. Well, it was frozen suds from the car wash soap that I was using, because the temperature like plummeted. So now I'm out there freezing, you know, and the only thing saving me was that I had warm water in my bucket, you know, because we've all been through that before, where your hand goes numb from the cold water. So I got the bike all washed up, sprayed off, dried as best I could, got one of my drying towels out, got it back in the garage, and then you know, it was so cold, I waited till we had another break in the weather and then went out to see if I was going to be able to get the spokes cleaned up. Now I will tell you, after I washed everything off, it looked tremendously better. You know, like the corrosion that was on the brake rotor, basically I was able to get it off with just the sponge, the scrubby sponge I had. So everything looked a lot better, thank goodness. But I've got to see if I can get these spokes cleaned up. So I'll show you a little clip I made while I was out in the garage working on it. Oh, there's a little dog coming. I'm gonna put 2 hands on him. So I got this charged. I took this off the bike when we first got here, just brought it inside, keep it warm. No harm being outside, but it's easy enough to pop off. It was at 38% the other day when I was able to get the bike out for the first time. So I brought it in, plugged it in, left it overnight charging up, got it to a full charge. Awesome. So I'm going to take it back out in the garage and get it back on the bicycle. Oh, by the way, I've got a couple of giveaways coming up soon, so make sure you're watching videos. Our good friend Gulu, I've got 2 products from them that they sent. So I'm going to be showing these in some upcoming videos and give them away. 2 giveaways. Okay, I need my light. Where is there it is. Okay, out of my yellow and black goodie bag. This is my DeWalt light that Leanne sent me funds to purchase a while. Whoa, sorry. Didn't mean to do that in your eyes. She sent me funds to purchase this a while back. Magnetic base. Also has a clip so you can hang it. Love this thing. It's coming out in the garage with us. Hi, puppy. You want to come out in the garage with me? Want to smell the battery? Okay. Come on, let's go in the garage. Oh, here he comes. He always has to stay with me. I never realized how much he wants to be with me all the time. He follows me around. If I go in the garage for 2 minutes and don't bring him, he will complain immediately. You know what I mean by complain. He's not quiet. Yeah, that's what we're fixing. He's coming out to supervise the work. Thank you. Always need a job site supervisor. So let's get this put back on the bicycle. My favorite bike. Okay, let's get this thing put back on. I think it goes this way. Come over here, Left. There we go. Simple. All right. Let's see if the bike thinks it's at 100%. Look at that. Success. All right. Good deal. Turn her off. Back to sleep. Everything look okay? Up, stay away from, no. To chew on the, I got the big blast. I'm gonna get up under the rig and spray everything down. You know, like the rear end, the frame rails and all of that. Just because, Greg, this is because you recommended this. Friend Greg used to work at the salt mines where they mine salt from under Lake Erie. And they used to use WD-40 on the undersides of the vehicles. His vehicle, at least, anyways. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if we can, you know, so they don't look bad. They looked a lot worse before I washed the bike the other day. You know, these are, you know, they're chrome. I don't know that they're really chrome. They're just like polished steel. So they just have a little bit of surface staining, I'm going to call it. You know, I'm trying to make this not sound as bad. But, you know, they didn't look like this before. Maybe they did. I don't know. But they look a lot better now. The rotor looks way better now. You can see a little bit of surface, and that's just from the brakes not being used. My hope is that once I get out and ride and use the front brake, it's going to clean that right off. The bike rolls fine. What I really noticed, though, was these are my balance weights. See all the green on there? Because those are brass. I didn't do a very good job. I missed a spot on the wheel. So compared to the back spokes, they really don't look that much different. You know, these are a couple years old already. They've been washed a bunch of times and wet and muddy and everything. So, but these look a lot cleaner back here because the back wheel didn't get any spray on it. And the rotor, it's got a little bit of edge, but not so uncommon. Oh, I got a little bit of sand in there I got to wash out. That looks like Arizona sand. So not bad. I think we're going to be able to get these cleaned up and looking a lot better. All right, so let me see if we can do anything with this. You know, they don't really look that bad. So I've got, this is the 4/0 steel wool, double, 0000. That's the only kind you want to use when you're using it on chrome. And you need to either water, soap, WD-40, you know, those are different things you can put on it. So, you can feel it smooth it right up. Gosh, this light. I gotta change my angle there. Wow. It goes from feeling rough to feeling super smooth. Oh yeah, it definitely cleans them up. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. You know, it's not for anything other than I feel really bad that I let this happen. That's why I'm out here doing this. I've never done this, I've never had to do this before on a bike. Probably because I've never had a bike that got road salt spray on it before. Actually, I remember back when I was in high school, I bought a off the showroom floor Yamaha XT250 1980, you know, brand new, using my, did I finance it? I can't remember. You know, I was in high school, and then my friend bought an XT250, a white one. I had the red one. It's like a deep dark red, burgundy color. And then my other friend got a white one, so three of us had the exact same bike. And I remember riding to school, high school, one morning, all three of us together, and like taking off from a light, and everybody like shifting at the same time. I'll never forget that day. Like the road to high school had this curvy section, and I remember the three of us, like three wide, riding on the same model motorcycle. It was so great. But me and one of those guys, when it got to be like fall, winter, we screwed screws into our rear tires for studs and rode them in the snow. I remember one guy, he was it was his idea, and we did it, and we prolonged our riding season into the snowfall. Never did that again. That was a one-time thing back when I was 17 years old. Oh yeah, some of these, they definitely got corrosion on them for sure. Oh yeah, look at oh wow, that came out. It looks brand new again. So this is gonna work. I'd really like to do this on a nice warm day. It's kind of chilly out here. So this is gonna work. Okay. Oh, these are looking, you can see the couple close to us here that I rubbed. They look better. And that one weight, look how clean that came. I still got to do the little one. All right. So just a short update video today, like I said. Really just waiting for the weather to come around here in New York. We've had those couple of times. I mean, like I said, it was 70-something degrees 4 days ago. I was out in shorts, and I'm optimistically wearing shorts today, even though it's, I don't know, 38 degrees outside when we went out for our walk just now. So I'm going to be digging back into the rig. As soon as the weather breaks again, I've got to button up this little project. Make sure you're here for the next video, because it's a good project, and it's a awesome upgrade for the rig. I can't believe that we're doing it, but make sure you're here for the next one. It's just going to be in a few days. Thank you all for being here with us today and hanging out. Everyone take care, be safe. We'll see y'all again real soon. I don't know where the knucklehead is. I think he's laying at the top of the stairs. He's like Sentinel. He watches over the whole downstairs, right from the top of the stairs, with his feet hanging over the top step. Yeah, there he is. Just like I thought. Hello, sir. Everything okay? That's a good puppy. Okay. Oh, what a good boy. Okay. Watching down over everything.